Hi there, it's Marshawn Evans-Daniels, reinvention strategist, life catalyst, founder of the Godfidence movement, and author of Believe Bigger, Discover the Path to Your Life Purpose. And today we're talking about this concept of being stuck and in the gap. And I have a question for you, which is, do you know why you're stuck? Why you're in the gap, why you're in this middle place. I call it the purpose purgatory, where you're going in circles. You're not quite in your Egypt land, but you're Egypt, but you're also not in your promised land. You're in this middle space. You're in the in-between. I believe that's where most of us as women are today. But the question is, how do you get out of the gap? How do you get unstuck? How do you move from being in this place of going in circles, being frustrated, unclear about why things are happening the way they're happening or not happening in your life, and move into a place where there is joy in what I call flow? What I call flow. And there's a principle I want to share with you from Believe Bigger, and it explains exactly, my friend, why you are in the gap. And it says this: God will not bless where you no longer belong. God will not bless where you no longer belong. So now you know why you're in the gap, or at least why resistance is happening in your life, why obstacles, challenges, why things seem to be happening to you, but really they're happening for you. And sometimes when things aren't going well, it's a sign that God is saying, it's not that you're in a place where he's in a place of disappointment or you're doing something wrong. It's just that you're in the wrong place. You following what I'm saying? Come in closer. You need to hear this part. What I'm saying is, when resistance is happening in your life, when you've been praying for something and you don't see an answer coming through, sometimes it's an indication that there's a new birthing that's underway, something new that God's trying to release. And He will not bless where you no longer belong. There's a principle that I talk about in Believe Bigger of here versus there. And God cannot bless you here with a blessing that can only be achieved by you getting over there. So how do we get unstuck? And why are we stuck? Well, first of all, we didn't know we were stuck to begin with. And now you know that maybe the reason you're feeling this is that maybe you're not where you belong. And that there's a greater place, a bigger place. But here's why I've found, as a coach and a student of peak performance and personal development and spiritual resilience for over 20 years, number one reason why people don't move forward is because of lack of surrender. Unwilling to let go of who you've been, what you've done, what you've known, relationships, obligations, your successes, your resumes, your degrees. Moving forward will cost you something. To become the woman you were born to be will cost you something, and it will cost you the old version of you. It's the only way to step into the new version of you. So the number one reason people don't move forward is lack of surrender. The number two reason is lack of clarity. Not being clear about what's on the other side or what the highest version of yourself actually looks like. What do you step into? How do you step into it? Is it a new business? Is it a new nonprofit, a ministry? Is it your story? Is it an idea? Is it something new that you're feeling led to do and you're nervous, you're scared? Why? Because you have a lack of clarity. So the next thing you need to do is get a higher vision, because when you get a bigger vision, that's how you step into a bigger place. But you can't step into a bigger place without a bigger vision. Otherwise, you'll just stay going in circles. And the third reason that I find that people don't move forward and maximize their potential and shift from their comfort zone to their glory zone is because of a lack of investment. And what do I mean by that? The Bible says that where your treasure is, your heart is also. Meaning that what you invest in shows what you're really committed to. And the life you live today is a byproduct of the investments of yesterday or the investments that you've never made. You cannot get a return on an investment that you never make. And so one of the things I outlined for you in Believe Bigger, you can see this one has some of my post-it notes and all my notes written up, that this is really a purpose textbook and a manual about how to believe bigger, how to overcome little me. And it's the little me thinking that keeps you stuck, that tells you that you can't surrender, that it's dangerous, when really the danger is staying where you are, not where you're going. It's little me that tells you that you don't need to get a bigger vision. You need to be happy with where you are. Or little me that would cause you just to dream just enough in the safe realm as opposed into the spectacular realm. And it's also little me that says you don't need to invest in it. God's just going to do it. And look, I like this book called The Bible, and I have learned so much about putting my heart into something, but truly putting my money where my mouth is and where my mind needs to catch up to as well by investing. And so those are the 3 principles that I have found that have helped me to move my life forward, going from stuck to 7 figures, going from depressed to walking in my destiny, and helping everyday individuals do the same. And that's what I challenge you to do today, to ask yourself, where am I not letting go? How am I unclear? And how can I invest in that clarity by getting a mentor? And if you need a resource, of course, I'd love to share with you Believe Bigger. It's not a shameless plug, it's a proud plug because I'm proud of this work. Proud of this girl who wrote this book. That would be me. And it's chock full. It's been described as a purpose textbook, but also a masterclass in manifestation and mindset. So that's my challenge to you. Understand why you're stuck. Invest to shift forward. Get a bigger vision, but are you willing to surrender who you've been to become the woman or the man that you were always meant to be? I can't wait to see what's on the other side for you. I know the best is within you. It's just waiting to manifest through you, but it's up to you to make sure that that happens. I'm Marshawn Evans Daniels. Connect with me at marshawn.com. You can get Believe Bigger at believebigger.com and everywhere books are sold. Tell somebody about this. Take care. God bless. Bye.